Greetings, Internet. It is I, Deco Jones, the world's smartest nerd. It's been a while, but I'm back with 100% purely accurate answers to your random and nagging questions. So without further ado... Adieu is a French word, by the way. It means farewell. Without further farewell? Who coins these expressions? I'll have to look that up. Yes! Now I have something to do this weekend! I don't have to worry about my mom signing me up for bingo at the senior center. Oddly, she doesn't think I get out enough. Anyways.
If all your life you've had a question, one that's just too strange to mention, want an answer, here's the way, just ask the DJ.
First inquiry of random thought is provided by the bored musings of... Elizabeth Dupuis II, who asks, is it dangerous to hold in a sneeze? And if so, why? Yes, that's like dividing by zero dangerous. Which, of course, I did in, like, the 3rd grade. It was actually quite easy for me. And I've fixed most of the holes in the universe. But we're not here to talk about my miraculous mathematical marvels. Nah, we're here to discuss the dangers of forceful suppression of nasal discharge. First of all, when you sneeze, the contents are propelled at speeds nearing and sometimes surpassing 100 miles per hour. You stick an arrow up your nostril, and you could be Robin Hood. If the average quantity of discharge amounts to 1.5 grams, given that that estimation is necessary since no one has ever bothered to find and record the weight of a sneeze, and that the contents move at approximately 100 mph, basic physics tells us that the momentum of this snot is 0.0670417 kilograms times meters per second. The change of this momentum from initial release to gradual decline is approximately half a second. The amount of force that the air resistance needs to apply in order to stop it is approximately 0.134093334 newtons, which does not seem like much, but the greater the impulse, the more force necessary to stop it. Without this displacement gap, the high speeds of the sneeze will need to slow down indubitably faster. Decreasing the distance of change from several feet to only 1.5 inches will cause a decrease in time from half a second to 0.0085222727273 seconds. This raises the amount of force necessary to a startling 78.66222223 newtons. That is a lot of newtons. Unless you do a lot of bench pressing with the inside of your face, this should not be attempted. I would explain mathematically exactly how much work you are doing, but I'm out of whiteboard space. Miniature piece of garbage. Ow, my foot. In layman's terms, it's kind of like doing this. Achoo! Suppressing sneezes can lead to vertigo, nosebleeds, hearing loss from eardrum burstage, retinal detachment, nasal cartilage fractures, and even death. That's right, holding in a sneeze can kill you. In fact, 100% of all people who die from holding in a sneeze end up dead. Holding in a sneeze can do more than cause premature death. It can also cost you your souls. I'm sure many of you have told someone after an instance of nasal discharge a customary bless you, or gazoontight, as hipsters would say. Reason? Because diminutive evil demons live among us. Many years of tradition has made us forget why these customs were started. These demons will sneak into your brain and attempt to control your mind. Your body sneezes as a natural defense to dispel the foul-lurking cretins. When you say bless you to someone, it procures a shield that prevents the exorcised spirits of darkness from re-entering. Unfortunately, like mosquito repellent, this is just a temporary block. Eventually the demons will work their way back into your brain and will remain there until you sneeze again. It is a good idea to sneeze into a disposable handkerchief so that you can crush them to death and then discard them like spiders on your window pane. Sneezing without a block sprays the evil everywhere. Sneezing into a hand causes the demons to be passed around through physical contact. And if you sneeze into an elbow, they eventually just crawl up your shoulder and take roost there. And that's where shoulder devils come from. Fortunately, shoulder devils can be counteracted by shoulder angels, which grow out of your dandruff. Therefore, if you hold in sneezes, you're allowing these dark entities to hold asylum in your brain, where they will influence your thoughts and laugh evilly, like this. Just like that. So, DJ advice for the day? Don't hold in sneezes, unless you like dark voices in your head, and risking retinal detachment and even death on yourself.
Segway!
Our next question comes from Sebers10, who asks, why is the sky blue? Sebers10, where have you been? I'm sorry, but I must deny. It's not always blue. You must know it's true. I guess I should explain why. At night, the sky appears navy. At sunrise and sunset, it turns orange, pink, purple, and other sissy colors. During storms, it more resembles my Aunt Muriel's lungs. She's kind of a heavy smoker. Mama needs a cigarette! Shut up, Aunt Muriel! And, of course, if you go to China, you can't even see the sky. So let me modify your question. Why is the sky sometimes blue? Light is either absorbed or reflected off the gas molecules that make up our atmosphere. Depending on the angle of the sun to one's position on the surface of the Earth affects how one perceives the way the light waves are reflected or absorbed by the molecules that make up our atmosphere. Storm clouds are just gray because they block out all other colors. And the reason they are gray are because storm clouds are actually an accumulation of all cigarette smoke. So, DJ advice to all children, don't smoke, because it will create storm clouds that suck away all the pretty colors in the universe, and the entire world will look like the sky over Beijing. This has been Ask the DJ. I'm your host, Deco Jones. If you have a strange question, something you've always wondered, leave it down there in the drainage system. No question is too random. I'll be down there, waiting for them. Until next time, Internet, DJ is out. Deco Jones does not own or endorse Robin Hood or China. No one can own China because it owns everything. Deco Jones will stop physics at the age of 4.5 and has been doing it for many years. Any miscalculations in math are actually correct, and all professional physicists and textbooks are the ones that are really wrong. But it's not their fault because not everyone can be educated as the world's smartest nerd.